what's up, guys? I decided to make this video because I hear a lot of people like complain about not getting engagement, not getting the engagement that they're looking for on social media. I read this, like, especially on Snapchat. Everybody puts on their Snapchat like, yo, someone to talk to, yo, can somebody talk to me? I read earlier some guy was like, hey, feels like I'm talking to myself. And so here's what I gotta say, okay? So social media is like you're talking to yourself like 90% of the time, okay? That's what it feels like. Like, who do you think is in this car right now? Fucking nobody, okay? I'm by myself. I'm driving to my office. I have a 50-minute drive to my office, okay? So what do I do in those 50 minutes, 50, okay? So what do I do? Sometimes I'll put on some Gary Vaynerchuk and I'll listen to it on the way, okay? I'll think, I'll listen to an audio or whatever, okay? Sometimes I'll make a video. Sometimes I'll make some Snapchat shit while I'm driving. Okay, I'll make some content while I'm driving to the office. And the reason is because, okay, you've got to put out value. Okay, if you're constantly finding yourself saying like, "Yo, nobody's talking to me," okay, that's probably because your content sucks. Okay, nobody wants to see fucking boring shit. Okay. Nobody wants to see what the fuck your cats are eating. Nobody wants to see what Netflix show you're watching. Because I got news for you. We got the same fucking shows on Netflix, okay? I can see the goddamn menu, okay? So, do something exciting, okay? Like, show us the fucking road. I don't know, maybe not the road, right? But show us something exciting, you know? Some people will do like lip syncs in their car. That's fine. That's, entertaining, I guess, right? But constantly posting shit about you, like, oh, I'm so bored, nobody talks to me. I'm so bored, nobody talks to me. Okay, that's because you're fucking boring, dude. Okay? First of all, so start doing some exciting shit if you want people to talk to you and engage with you. Second, you can't. I talk about this all the time. Stop asking for the sale before you provide value, okay? Stop asking for the sale. I dropped my phone. Stop asking for the sale before you provide value, okay? So what I mean by that is you've got to provide value, okay? Why don't you reach out? Why don't you message people, okay? Put in the work. Put in the work. You've got to put in the work, man. You can't just be like, oh, I want somebody to message me. Like, why? Why should we message you? Why should we listen to your crappy hip-hop song or whatever it is, okay? You've got to get that engagement yourself. You've got to put in the work, okay? I don't want to sound like I'm babbling, like, I don't want to sound like I'm bullshit with, like that Generation X and the millennial bullshit of, oh, millennials are so entitled. It's like, no, there's people that have that sense of entitlement. There's fucking baby boomers with that sense of entitlement, and there's millennials that fucking hustle. Okay, there's millennials that work and hustle, and they understand that they've got to put in the work in order to get paid. That shit's everywhere. Okay, we see this new generation. What are they? Generation Z, right? A lot of the hardest working people that I know are in this generation, okay? I know a lot of fucking 17, 18-year-old kids that are hustling their social media, and they're making money on YouTube, and they're making up a pretty penny, okay? A lot of them are making more money than their teachers, okay? So it's not a bullshit, a generalization of, oh, well, you're a fucking millennial, so you must have a sense of entitlement. It's like, no. There's people that have a sense of entitlement, and you gotta quit that shit, man. Like, nobody owes you anything, okay? I'm heavily into hip hop. Okay, I love hip hop music. I'm heavily into hip hop. I do a little bit of hip hop music myself. Okay, and I see this a lot amongst the hip hop community, hip hop entrepreneurs, producers, or whatever businesses that there might be in hip hop, right? And I've seen this quote shared by like I don't know, like 10 of my friends, maybe, probably more, 10, 15 of my friends on Facebook, that says that your family doesn't support your business, or like everybody else supports you except for your family, right? And then there's another quote that says, what does it say? Support my business without asking for a discount. Support my business without asking for a discount. That's the one I saw. It was on a fucking baseball cap. Support my business without asking for a discount. First of all, fuck you. Why not? Okay? Why not? If most business people didn't become, or most successful business people didn't become successful by splurging fucking $100,000 on dumb shit. Okay? And let's be honest, most of your product is dumb shit. Okay? So, telling people like, maybe you're overpriced. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe your shit's overpriced. Maybe you're asking too much. Okay? If people are continually asking, like if they're often asking you for a discount, maybe you're overpriced. Okay? So you might want to consider that shit. You might want to consider maybe dropping a couple hundreds, maybe dropping a zero off of your price. I don't know. Okay? Maybe you don't have enough value. That's what it is. When people think it's too expensive, it's because you are not providing enough value. Okay? So it's the same concept as earlier when I was talking about your social media, so your engagement in social media sucks because you're not providing value. It's the same shit. Okay? People are constantly asking you for a discount because they don't see the value in your product. Now, whose fault is that? Okay? 9 out of 10 of you dumb fucks are going to say it's your consumer's fault, that they don't see the value. Oh, it's not my fault. They're stupid and they don't see the value. No, it's your fault because it's your responsibility to raise value on your product or your service. That's your shit. So who should care about it more than you? You. Nobody should care about it more than you. Okay? So learn to raise value. Okay? And going back to the discount, instead of telling people like, oh, support my business without asking for a discount, why don't you give out some free shit? Okay? How about that? How about giving out some free shit? So they don't have to ask for a discount. You just tell them like, oh yeah, you buy this and I'll throw in this in there for free. Now you're not lowering your price. What you're doing is you're giving them more value for their dollar. Okay? And y'all gotta learn that, man. Your sales are gonna fucking hurt forever if you don't learn that word called value. Okay? That's my second favorite V word, okay? Value. If you don't start learning value, your sales are gonna hurt forever. Okay? And then your business is gonna fail and you're gonna blame it on the market or the consumers. Oh, I was in the wrong market, man. Yeah. Those hip-hop kids, they don't got money to spend. Fuck you. Everybody has money to spend, okay? Everybody has money to spend. They're just spending it on different things, okay? So you've got to find a way to make those kids spend the money on you, okay? You've got to raise that value, okay? Whatever it means. If you're making a video about, whatever music you make or whatever, raise value, man. Hire somebody famous to be in your music video. Work for free. How about that? Hit up fucking Paul Wall or Paul Wall's not really that relevant anymore, but hit up some famous rapper, T.I. Hit up, any accessible rapper that has some kind of following. Work with them for free, and then you have value because you're like, oh, well, I worked with T.I. or I worked with whatever rapper you worked with, and that's you're adding value. So you provide value to the person that you work for free by working for free, and you provided your own brand value by bringing somebody with a following. Okay, don't be too prideful, man. Your pride is gonna fucking hurt your sales. It's gonna hurt your business. All right, and at the end of the day, it's like, gotta pay the bills, right? So learn value, man. Learn that word that's called value, and learn how to raise value. Okay. Let me know what you guys think. Drop some comments down below, and if you agree with me, agree with me. If you disagree with me, I disagree with me, that's fine. Either way, you're helping me out. Okay, so go ahead and start dropping some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel, and I'll see you next time I make a video.